welcome to my YouTube channel. So I wanted to surprise you guys today. I'm just from doing my makeup just as I was preparing for my video. So today I'm going to just teach you guys on post-traumatic stress disorder. Hope you're going to enjoy the video. Please remember to subscribe. Guys, so this is like the finishing look. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, because I kind of like it. Okay, so enough about me. Today, just like what I said earlier, we're going to look at post-traumatic stress disorder. So I'm just first going to begin by defining what post-traumatic stress disorder is, some of the causes, the targeted group of people who are usually affected with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm also going to just touch a bit on the management of how you can manage a person who's having post-traumatic stress disorder. So before I even begin, before I go deep in our discussion today, I just want to appreciate each and everyone out there who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. That really gives me so much courage to keep doing what I love to do. And for those who've not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, it will mean so much to me if you just subscribe to my YouTube channel. And trust me, I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to try by all means to bring out all that is in me, to try by all means to teach people out there about certain conditions, certain things that are happening in the world. So that will really mean so much to me. Thank you. So yeah, just like what I said, I'm going to begin by defining what post-traumatic stress disorder is. So post-traumatic stress disorder, this is just a disorder that comes about due to a person experiencing traumatizing events. So this is a disorder that comes about when a person has passed through such a traumatizing event, and it has left them in so much trauma whereby they feel as though they're in that event, which makes them feel afraid. So I'm also just going to talk about some of the targeted groups of people who are usually suffering from this type of disorder. So we can talk about soldiers. So when we talk about soldiers are usually prone to post-traumatic stress disorder because they are usually found in places where there are explosion, bombings, people are dying, they are seeing their friends being killed, so they end up having that disorder because they feel as though they're in that particular event, so it leaves them traumatized. So that's the first one, which are soldiers. Even prisoners at war, we can't forget prisoners at war. If a person is imprisoned and they are at war, they are also likely to experience those traumatizing events, which will leave them in a state where they feel scared, they do not feel scared, they do not feel safe. So that's the second targeted group. Then we can also talk about emergent or intensive care unit nurses, because you're going to find that these people, they are usually witnessing so many traumatizing events. For instance, they're seeing a person who's about to die and they're seeing how they're dying, and it actually just leaves them traumatized, and it leaves them in a state of fear because they saw how a person was deteriorating and how the person was dying. We are also going to, the other targeted group can be policemen. So policemen, it could be due to I can give an example of, for instance, a person has been bashed, RTA, which is road traffic accident. A person has been bashed, and then policemen usually, especially in my country, for a person who has been bashed and the person is dead, it's actually the policemen who are supposed to see the body first, and they have to write a report about it. Then they can be taken to the morgue. If they're dead, they can be taken to the morgue. So you find the policemen are also traumatized. They are usually suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, so those are some of the targeted groups. So when you look at some of the signs and symptoms that this particular person is going to present with, is that you're going to find that these people, they're having flashbacks. They would have flashbacks because they feel as though they're in that event, as if it's occurring again, because the mind begins to form up images, making it seem as though it's really happening. This person is going to have hallucinations. They're going to be seeing things that are not existing, things that are not there. They'll start having those flashbacks, and by the end of the day they'll be traumatized, and they'll end up actually harming other people that are around them, who are not even aware of what they are going through. So they'll have flashbacks, they're going to have nightmares. For instance, they'll start dreaming about the particular event which had occurred to them, and then in the night you can just hear them screaming due to the nightmares, because they're afraid and they are not able to sleep well. And then you're also going to find that these people who are having post-traumatic stress disorder, they really don't like talking about the event. They avoid. That's one of the signs and symptoms these people are going to present with, is that they'll avoid the event and they would not want to talk about it. They don't want to talk to the people who are also found at that particular event when it happened. And then also anything that reminds them of that particular event, they avoid it. So these are some of the signs and symptoms that a person who's having or who's suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder will usually present with. There are also actually many other signs and symptoms out there. You can just try to search for them, look for them, and try to read more about it, because most of the people who are going through this, they are afraid, because they feel they can't control what's happening to them, and by the end of the day they feel as though they're going crazy, but they're not going crazy. It's just the fear and the traumatizing event that they had to go through. It actually left them traumatized. So that for them to get rid of these fears, or in order for you to manage this disorder, you need to make sure this person undergoes cognitive behavioral therapy. And under cognitive behavioral therapy, this person can actually be exposed to this particular event, which can be systematic or flooding. You can start telling them about that event, so that they can now bring out that fear to you, so that you can easily help them. You can also start rethinking. You can start helping them to rethink their thoughts. You can start bringing them back to reality, telling them, okay, this thing, it happened, and I understand what you're going through. You're afraid because you passed through such a traumatizing event, but I'm there for you. You're safe. You're safe now. That thing is not going to happen again. So you try to reassure safety to them. You need to maintain a safe environment. You need to maintain a therapeutic relationship with these people, and just make them feel safe. So those are some of the methods you can use to manage a person who's having post-traumatic stress disorder. We can also talk about just causes of post-traumatic stress disorder. So it could be explosions, road traffic accidents, wars, and it could also be a person being kidnapped, a person being raped. So those are some of the causes that can lead somebody to having post-traumatic stress disorder. So guys, that's what I had for you today. I hope you've gotten one or two things about this. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is all I need right now, and I just appreciate your support, especially to those that have already subscribed. Thank you guys, and I'm going to try by all means to keep bringing out amazing content to you guys. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Every single day